Thanks, Ivan and Dylan. Hello, I'm Nelson Liu and welcome to Western Perspective. Tonight, LGBTIQ identities are becoming more visible among school-aged children in Australia. But new research has revealed schools are still unsafe for children reluctant to express their sexual and gender identities, many facing threats and violence, leading to the creation of the Safe Schools program to create non-dangerous and inclusive school environments. But there are concerns from lobby groups, parents and government MPs that it's an ideological indoctrination program and raises sexual issues inappropriate for teenagers and children. So is it a genuine attempt to stamp out bullying and include gender diverse kids? Or are concerns that it pushes an agenda across Australian schools legitimate? We took a closer look to discover the controversy behind the Safe Schools program. It's the anti-bullying education program designed to protect school-aged teenagers and children discovering their sexuality. But now the Safe Schools education program has drawn criticism for being radical.
This is about making a non-bullying environment in a school. It's about making the school safe. It is about making sure that the future society is one that is more accepting and more tolerant.
Australian schools have been tackling prejudice facing lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and intersex school children through the education program. But the solution has come under attack for its attempts to make schools safe for gender and sexually diverse school kids, criticised for teaching about non-heterosexual issues, identities and sexualities.
The prejudice itself has to be tackled, and it needs an education program to tackle that.
Farida Iqbal has been campaigning for greater acceptance of LGBTI youth in schools. She's been fighting against bullying, violence and intolerance towards children discovering their sexual and gender identity in primary and high schools.
There's a very serious situation on our high schools and in our primary schools, frankly, where young LGBTI people are being, in some cases, very, very seriously bullied.
She says more support is needed for the Safe Schools program to stop abuse, violence and self-harm of those students because of their sexuality and gender, and raise understanding and tolerance.
If it can afford to spend oodles of money on Elizabeth Key, it can afford to save some young kids' lives.
But what's the Safe Schools education program? The Safe Schools program was launched by the Safe Schools Coalition of Australia, beginning in Victoria in 2010 and formally launching in 2014. Running in every state except the Northern Territory. The program aims to equip staff and students with skills, practical ideas and confidence to challenge bullying and discrimination, as well as increase understanding of LGBTI issues affecting children and teenagers. Lobby groups, parents and coalition MPs see it differently though, leading to Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull's request for a review into the program earlier this year.
The biggest problem is it's aimed at very young children, and it's presenting them with issues about sexuality and gender which are very confusing. I think it's highly inappropriate. I think it's up to their mum and dad to deal with issues like that, not for the school.
It's also sparked concerns the program promotes and indoctrinates students by normalising alternative views of gender and sexuality. However, experts say though times have changed and there is a need for open discussion.
3 or 4 or 5-year-olds are being exposed to sexual information online in particular, which is not necessarily in itself a bad thing, but it has to have that information that comes through schools in a teaching environment that helps people to understand what it is that they're seeing.
Above all, campaigners for the program say it's only designed to help sexually and gender diverse kids be accepted in the schoolyard.
The sooner that you stop people harassing you and intimidating you as you develop your identity, the better the mental health outcomes for everybody.
We're meeting quite a lot of parents who are fiercely They fiercely love, for example, their transgender children, and they are very nervous about their children's future to have this program gutted. And so we're meeting quite a lot of parents who want to defend the campaign.
And that's all the time we have for tonight. Next week, we'll be bringing you a special Anzac Day edition of Western Perspective. Until then, good night.